Hey everybody, what's going on? Thank you so much for visiting the show today. We're going to talk a little bit about company culture, why it's important, and some steps you can take to create an excellent company culture. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and talk about why company culture is important. I got a few notes here. I'm going to be referring to them throughout the show. So if you're watching this live, great. If you are watching the replay, awesome as well. Go ahead and leave your comments and questions. We'll go ahead and get to those if there are any. So first off, as a leader, you have to create a culture of leaders and winners. We're in a culture now where it's okay to be in 10th place. You still get a trophy, or you get a ribbon or things like that. But it shouldn't be that way. I mean, in sports, and I know sports are kind of rattled right now, but in sports, there's a spot for the winner and there's a spot for the loser. There's no gray area. It's black or white. You either won or you lost. Now, in life, you still learn when you lose, and you keep trying. And that's what's so fun about competition. But there is a winner, there is a loser, and you either win at life or you lose at life. Okay. And every day it can be a little bit here and there. Okay. So there's only a spot for the winner. Gold medalists, there's only one spot. There's not three people who get a gold medal in a competition where there's only one winner. All right, so let's talk about the next thing, which is how to create a company culture. Okay, so personal details matter. All right, how you do one thing is how you do everything. People think that, if you are honest in your business dealings but dishonest in your family life, that there's some kind of separation there, but there's not. What you do in business or in the family carries over to the other. And so you have to define what your core values are. If you're walking through your building and you see a piece of paper laying on the floor and you're thinking, well, it's not my job to clean that up, that's actually going to carry over into every aspect of your business. So you have to have that kind of mentality that everything is your job. And that's the kind of culture you want to create with the rest of your organization. So you have to look at what you want your company to look like. Okay, and do you want people walking through the halls, and if they do see that piece of paper laying on the ground, that they're going to be the ones to pick that up, even though it may not be in their job description? Think about it, right? All right, so let's talk about the steps to creating a great company culture. All right, so number one is to identify your core values. You need to spend time, write these down, and identify what exactly is important to you. Okay. And then number two is to communicate your core values. And it's not just one of those things where you plaster them up on the wall. When I would go around and audit aerospace companies and discuss company values and organization mission statements and things like that, a lot of times they have them plastered on the wall and they never speak about them again. But this is something that you have to communicate, not just once, but also in your own demeanor, how you walk and how you talk to other people. So that also takes us to the next step, which is making your mission known. Okay. So, you have to be a champion of your cause. You've got to be the example of how your culture is. And if you are a leader, maybe middle management, or even if you're a receptionist or anything, you are still need to consider yourself a leader, and you need to champion this kind of company culture that you want. And so no matter what position you're in and what kind of leadership role you may have, you have to constantly be communicating what your mission is over and over and over again, and make it clear what kind of mission you're on. And what that does is it attracts people to you, right? A lot of times people are upset about, I can't ever find the right person to work for me, or I can't find the right person in life. Is you have to think about, how are you presenting yourself? How are you communicating your core values, your mission, in life and in business to attract the right people and to keep the wrong people away, right? So making your mission known is an everyday occurrence over and over and over again in how you work, in how you present yourself, how you dress, everything. All right. So now the next, you're not going to be perfect at everything. All right. You can't always be on this mission and present it clearly and perfect every time. So number 4 is own your own mistakes. Okay. So you got to own the mistakes that you make. Sometimes we may get off track. And if you are constantly communicating that you're trying to be on this mission and you fall short, people are more willing to forgive and understand exactly, people can fall short. They can get off track, but they're more willing to forgive you to get back on track and to hold them accountable to be on track as well. So live by your core values, own it when you fall off track, and then get back on track. So those are just some of the 4 steps. Okay, so let's go ahead and review. Is identify your core values, communicate your core values, making your mission known, and then owning your mistakes when you make them. Okay, it's creating a culture is not some mystical process. It doesn't just happen. You have to be intentional about it. You can't just have a great company culture by accident. If you're not intentional about it, it's going to fall short. It's like a river. If you're not pushing against the current, you're just going to fall back, right? Just like a ball on a hill, it's going to fall back, right? There's always forces pushing you down. You got to push back and push back up. So it all starts with you as a leader, right? No matter what position you're in, you have to be the leader for yourself and then also the leader to others around you, because you are influencing other people around you, whether you know it or not. So creating a great company culture helps people stay. The right people stay at your organization, and people who want to be around you and follow you and all that kind of stuff. So I hope this helped. If you guys have any kind of questions, leave comments in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them for you. And thank you so much for watching. If you're listening or watching the replay, go ahead and leave a comment of what you think your company culture is and what actions you're going to take to improve that culture. Thanks.